Hey everyone, for professional writing, I'm just going to show you guys how we generally want to lay out documents and things like that. Um, this will just help you when you're doing your assignments to make sure the formatting is correct. So I've got Microsoft Word open here. The first thing you're going to want to do once you open it up is you want to go to Layout and you want to hit over here on margins. You're going to want to put it on normal margins. This is going to be ones all the way around, 1 inch margins everywhere. The second thing we want to do is we want to go into our font, which you can do on the home bar over here. And normally for professional writing, you're going to want to do something like Times New Roman, just a nice, normal, professional font. Another good font you can use if you don't like how that looks is called Garamond. It's a little bit different. You can see it right here. I would do Times New Roman or Garamond. Those are just nice, professional sans, or these are serif fonts, which means they have little things on the end. So let's pick Times New Roman. After we've done that, we want to go back over to layout and we want to fix our spacing. So over here, you're going to see the spacing. And then our spacing after, if we have the 7.92, it's going to actually make too many spaces. So we want to set that to 0 point. And what this does is it makes it so that when you hit enter after a new paragraph, there's no extra space in between, which can make our documents look a little bit clunky. So we make sure that we're left aligned. Sometimes we'll be justified, but for the most part, we'll be left aligned. And as you're, for example, doing an email, you might do something like subject, and then you can see we have no space in between. We'll have our dear, our introduction, dear, dear whomever, a comma or a colon, depending on who you're writing to. And then you can see here, when we start typing, we're making nice paragraphs of text. And then in between your paragraphs of text, you always want to have that double enter. It's just going to make it look a lot better and a lot more professional, as you can see here. And a final thing to keep in mind when you're writing these sorts of documents is you never want to have too much of a long block of text. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And then when you're done, you're going to put your, your closing, which is going to be something here like best, thanks, whatever you want to say, sincerely, and then of course your name there. So this is just a model. I'll show you one more time all the major things you want to do. In the layout section, you want to make sure your margins are ones all the way around. You want to make sure that you do not have any spacing before or after your paragraphs. And then on your font, you want to make sure you're using one of those professional serif fonts, which is going to be like a Times New Roman or a Garamond. If you're writing for like a web page, you would use what's called sans serif font, which would be something like Aptos or Calibri here. So I just wanted to show you how to format those papers, make it a little bit easier for you. If you have any questions, just let me know.